How's everyone doing? Get this whole thing moving. Might be a little lower key than usual. I got just the outside of a headache and I don't want to take medicine for it. Burn your balls so you can go home. That's a good description of this game and not terrible at all. Been a day, huh? I can relate. Let's get going. Choose a profile. Choose a profile. Alright, gotta get back into the voices mood. As the day wears on, there's still no sign of the Worm Knight. Your companions grow restless, but then... Oh, fuck. I'm trying to remember this. Hail! Is that right? Is that good? This knight returns with newfound tales to tell and new scars to show for them. That's right? Sir Gilman is sopping wet and visibly shaken. He struggles to maintain decorum. He is, in short, the very image of a Worm Knight. And, more importantly, that little tempest ought no longer pose a threat for now. Behold! As if on cue, the deathless tempest begins to simmer and subside. You just have to throw in all those S's in a row, huh? That's real cute. Shimmer and subside. Oh, I get it. I just figured out why sometimes it doesn't register bits, and it's when they're given when we're technically offline. Because it didn't register the 11 the other night. Would you look at that? He really did it. Of course this knight did it. Now, if it would all be right with you, I can't talk at all, that's fun. If it would be alright with you, this knight could really use some shut-eye. The Worm Knight then collapses in exhaustion. You hear Hedvin help him up. A deal's a deal, Sir Gilman. Welcome to the Nightwings. Gilman's pronouns are knight. I think they're knight and this knight. Huzzah! Sir Gilman joined the group and revealed the path north for you. Bid him welcome. The hardest part of this game for me isn't the game itself, it's doing all these voices. I didn't think I was good at voices up till now, and now I'm very proud of myself. You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Sir Gilman revealed a gap in the storm that seems safe enough to traverse. Absolutely murdered it. I was just doing like the same voice with like 3 variants of Timber and Lisa. With Sir Gilman's aid, you managed to breach the tempest. You were true to your word, Worm. I shall give you that. But now what? We're stranded in this cursed storm. A most excellent question, and from one most fair. Call me that once more, and I shall tie you in a knot. Not certain what you think voice acting is, but there's VAs who've gotten by on less. Ah, and from one most spirited as well. This knight was wise to side with ye. Just, where do we go from here? Answer the question, now. Sir Gilman does no such thing, although eventually he does make note of a specific current that should lead you to lands beyond. If I may, I can corroborate Sir Gilman's account. We're close to making landfall. I don't remember his voice at all, so this may be a totally new one. Then let me be the first to say, let's go. You're on the verge of sailing across the Sea of Solace. Big Joe has no time for your shit, says Christy with an 11th month sub. Thank you very much for supporting our channel. Hey, Tariq? Aye, Rookie, what is it? That loot you're always carrying around. You know how to play that thing, don't you? Why, I suppose I do. Good, because I was thinking it's a little gloomy here, and we could use a little tune to lighten up the mood, if you know what I mean. Aye, then let me see what I can do.
Before the salt and roiling sea, the moon began to cry. The valley ran with sorrowful tears and filled the waters high. The misty
I'll be right back and just let that play for a sec.
belies a leaden sky. The stars all hide away from the chill until the evening rise. Oh, 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 the place where Plurna scuttled her foe, the doomed ship still resides. The Titan met her end on its prow, forsaken by tides. In death she leaves her stain on the place. The tempest never dies. Her final
Sharing a Gatorade with Alice.
shivers and shakes.
Nursing our headaches.
Years gone by.
Turns out sometimes headaches, regular headaches, are triggered by improper hydration, and that can trigger migraines. So, you know, let's make it all better. Everyone remember to hydrate yourself. Sir Gilman claims the downside's northern landmass should be just beyond these waters, and yeah, I'm almost certainly going to buy this soundtrack. Sorry about that clicking. That's a label on the Gatorade. Microphones just pick up clicks real bad. Even the smallest ones. Alright, this place is covered in magma. At last, your wagon rumbles onto solid, jagged ground, the land called Black Basin. Black glass, searing vapor, and strangling forests mark the forsaken lands that loom across the sea. The 8 scribes first discovered this, the northern landmass of the downside. Your fellow exiles unpack the wagon so you can take stock of how best to reach your destination. I don't know what a Teddy the Tugboat theme is, but I believe you. At the imps. Leave no imp unpatted. Like Thomas the Tank Engine, only aquatic. Oh, I vaguely remember that. Sir Gilman's Crest. Official certification of knighthood in the Commonwealth oft sought by worm knights. Sir Gilman's status. Nearby. You approach Sir Gilman, who must have just finished practicing his fencing maneuvers. He regards you with his single eye. Hail, Master Reader! This knight is determined to train harder, having joined forces with the famous Nightwings. He shall ensure that this triumvirate continues to live up to its most feared reputation. Hey, Xenon, good to see you. This is such an honor, and this knight has a great deal of honor to regain. Having fled the Pyre Hearts, a triumvirate of worm knights who perceive the right as great battles to be won, led by the worm Sir Deluge, this knight fully expects now to conduct the rites in a most honorable fashion, to the fullest letter of the law described within the books. Some triumvirates this knight has met, and perchance mentioned by name, they are inclined to bend the rules a bit, sometimes a lot, and to prevail by any means they can. But this is wrong! The exile who refuses to obey the rules as they were written by the Under-King Orez and his 7 friends deserve neither his honor nor his freedom. Thus, he's also kind of shaped like a wiener, you know? Thusly does this knight have confidence the Master Reader shall resist any temptations to conduct the rites by any underhanded fashion. Now then, this knight must undergo thorough cleansing, having trained until the point of foulness. So please excuse him, Master Reader. He slithers off, humming some sort of chivalrous tune. Good old Sir Gilman. Hedvin is out for a run. Tizo is out on a short flight. Ruki is searching for something to drink, probably alcoholic. Ruki's not around, so I can ring it all I want. Uh-oh. It looks like the cobwebs aren't coming back on their own as much. That's excellent. Where is phase? Ah, here it is. Phase status dancing around. That's a good status. You find that Hedvin has asked for several volunteers to scout the area and report back. Alright everyone, don't go too far and let's meet back by dusk. Please use caution. The exiles dwelling in these lands are rather territorial. For your part, you remain with the Black Wagon to keep watch. You see occasional dark shapes soaring across the sky, but none of them draw near enough for you to see any detail. Eventually, your companions make their way back, and everyone arrives as planned or earlier. Hey everyone, I'm back. I have come back. Faye returns from the east with little to report, save for word that the glowing molten rock there is very, very hot. This knight yet lives! Although he has little else to report. The newest member of the group, Sir Gilman, returns from a northern pass, visibly shaken. He appears to have discovered an intense fear of heights. Tizo wonders whether any species of fish lives in the pools of rock nearby. The little imp Tizo seems disappointed to have left the water behind. He remains with you, near the wagon. Aww. There's a western path that seems traversable. If we travel by light of dawn, the shadows on the crags may well cover our advance against whomever may be watching. Begging your pardon, I do not wish to contradict your strategy, madam. Though, in my experience, we shall not remain hidden for long during the climb toward the nest of Triesta. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The exiled harp matriarch lived in solitude amongst these very cliffs. The exiles of the High Wing Remnants, the last surviving faction of the Winged Harps, the ancient enemies of the Commonwealth, they are as coarse as their feathers, they hold themselves superior. The Archjustice Androboles the Ninth. You may have no love for them inherently, but they have no such qualms with me for now. I may be able to negotiate safe passage. Negotiate with them! Then Hedvin steps in as the lone minstrel bows and backs away. Hey, let's not decide this just yet. We're not going anywhere right now, that much we can agree on. We'll decide how best to go ahead come morning. For now, let's take the rest of the afternoon and get our bearings. Jodario glares at the sky as everyone else disperses. You have the rest of the day to practice your vocations. Alright, vocations time. We can forage for resources, study in private, that's the small bonuses, temporary bonuses, or teach some fellow exiles the old ways. I don't think anyone really needs extra XP. So, the best option, as usual, seems to be to forage. So what do we think? The Black Rock, you sense traces of celestial residue, or the Molten Pools, you sense something Falconron values. Now, Black Rock will be, like Molten Pools is the regular money option, that I don't think we've taken at all. Black Rock, there's something magic. So do we need money or magic? That's the real question. What do y'all think? Any suggestions? Lisa says money. Also, hello. And hello to you. No pain, no gain, and lava hurts more. Wow, y'all voting for money. I guess it doesn't sound as interesting as the last one. No pain, no gain, and lava hurts more. I don't know what that means. It's okay, Christy. None of us know what that means. Alright, that's 2 votes for Molten Pools, unless we get a bunch of votes for BlackRock real quick. Alright, Molten Pools it is. And we got shaved wood. Nice. Sells for 77 gold. Alright. We shall continue. Alright, so the Black Shore. Jodario wants to avoid the harps by staying on low ground, but the minstrel thinks he can negotiate safe passage through them, and they are real pretty. So, my vote is for High Wing Cove, unless anyone has any serious objections. Like, I feel bad going against Jodario's judgment so often, but she's real bad at some of this judgment stuff. Also all about sexy bird people. I thought you hated birds. Honestly, big mood. Right, but not bird people. Gotcha. Show yourselves, you frightened little birds! All day long, wing-edge shadows cross the sun. You're being watched. Jodario is very unhappy about it, though the lone minstrel now attempts to calm her. Perhaps I can communicate with them. Please leave me, madam. When I say your enmity towards the harps had best be held in check here. A wing-ed race, also known as the High Wing Remnants, at war with the Commonwealth. And then the same flavor text as last time. Jodario has no chill, ever. Jodario looks at him with fury in her eyes, yet he retains his calm demeanor. Soon she grants his request with a silent gesture. Then he calls toward the heavens. Good sisters, we're humble travelers such as you and beg your leave. We journeyed by the sea to seek safe passage through your lands. We shall not disturb your hunting or your nests. The request is met with nothing but silence. You search in vain for any indication of acknowledgement. Then, without notice, one of them appears. She swoops the minstrel up and out of sight before Jodariel can respond. Damnation! Wait here, I'll go find him! For a long, terrible moment, you're alone with your panic. Soon, however, the lone minstrel returns amidst the sounds of flapping wings. He dusts his cloak and calls out toward them. We thank you for your hospitality, good sisters. We shall be on our way. Oh, now we have to go find Jodariel, huh? Oh, never mind. Having seen this, Jodariel returns, sullen. The exiles of the High Wing remnants are letting you pass for now. It seems that having some dispute within their ranks and wish no further troubles for the time. It is a warning, and one that leaves Jodariel fuming. Jodariel lost 4 hope. Ouch. Like I say, she may be a good judge of people, but she's a bad judge of everything else. And she was really getting her letting her prejudice get in her way there. At last you arrive at the nest of Trista, where the next rite is to soon commence. You cannot shake the feeling that unseen eyes watched your wagon's ascent and remain watching now. Page revealed, the hunt for myrrh. The hunt for myrrh. My emperor lay there, bleeding and alone, stranded in a bitter land beyond the river. With fleeting consciousness, he understood the folly of his quest, and the folly of his rule over his country. Thus did he await the last embrace. It was the imp Ha'ub that nursed him back to health, and warned him often of the dangers he would have to face. Many enemies of myrrh would come in search of him, some under employment by the rope collar, some longing openly for cold, uncomplicated vengeance. I was one of them. I plunged into the river willingly. We needed to be sure that he was dead. Great. How's Tizo doing? He's doing good. He's sad that there's nowhere to fish, though. Oh, hey, guys. What brings you here? No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know. All I want is for you to get the best deals in the downside. Alright, we'll sell this shaved wood. Let's see. We can get more stardust. Ooh, there's one that's going for 6. Oh, I see. It's level 1 and level 2. Sunken Shadow. Any adversaries banished by the bearer take longer to return. Plus 1 second. And I'm guessing each rank is going to be an additional plus 0.1 seconds. Righteous Flame. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer's pyre is restored by up to 5. Damn. That could be useful in some long matches. When aura casting raises the bearer's maximum range. Grants 2 presence, 2 hope. Carrying the orb, the bearer moves faster than usual. And there's the Ashen Coal, which is the one that grants more HP to the fire. I think right now we definitely need a pinch of stardust. There we go. That brings it up to 36%. Let's get him in there. Yeah, her hope is down to 5. That's ouch. She's slow to return, period, but that's extra slow. The prayer beads are super fucking good. Can that be upgraded? It sure can. Tizo has the Kerfang, which deals extra damage. That takes several levels to increase. Alright. Let's stick it on Gilman. And as well get the one that grants 3 as well. That's how you get a repeat customer there, Dad. You give him a deal. Alright. Will 2 levels be enough? It sure won't. Jesus. Oh my god, her hope is so low. There we go. I can gain up to 13 gold per right now. Alright. I guess now we start. You and your fellow exiles gather on the blasted lands called the Nest of Trista, expecting the imminent commencement of the rites. You see no signs of any adversaries, but then you hear a whooshing sound above. This, then, is what passes for the Nightwings now. Such a rabble, not even dressed for the occasion yet. It seems the scribes have little pride in their tradition. Hold your tongue, little bird. We've not come for talk. No, you've come on behalf of your commonwealth. Mark well my words, you horned filth. When at last we free ourselves, your home shall burn. With that, the harp swoops off as Jodariel glowers after her. They fled to their mountain nests, awaiting the day when they would darken the skies and retake the land. It is only then that you realize another harp has come. She's quite serious, I assure you. I can help you sort her out. It's in our mutual interest. You know not of my interest. Let's give this another shot. Hi, my name's Pamitha Thane. She appears to be one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants, now bound in exile. The surly one back there, that's my blood sister. No need to judge her harshly, though. We've only met just now, though I must say, something about you reminds me of her. How dare you implicate that I have anything in common with your ilk? Just then, Hedvin shows up to intervene. He whispers something to Jodariel. No, Hedvin, you cannot be serious. Jody, I'm asking you to trust me on this one. Am I perhaps interrupting something? Say, by the way, however did you make it all the way across the sea? I didn't see you fly in. Trust is something I am loath to give away, Hedvin. But you have set our course thus far, and I've followed, so do as you must. That Sandalwood had better have an explanation for all of this. Jodariel storms off as Hedvin turns to you. What's your take on this one, my friend? Our informant wants something for each mask. I hadn't expected we'd run into a harp, yet here she is. What are you getting from her? You turn your attention to Pamitha, who's been watching with bemused interest. Oh, a reader, are you? A pleasure to make your acquaintance, darling. Well, here I am. Gaze intently all you like and tell your comrade there the truth of it, why don't you? You sense that she's conflicted about something, though you don't know what. You also sense, however, that her motives, here and now, are earnest. Hedvin wants to know your initial impressions. She seems alright. It may be her training that gives her some resistance to your scrutiny. Or, having only met her, you cannot sense whether to trust her and defer to Hedvin. Well, I like her. You tell Hedvin that you think the group should take its chances with Pamitha and take her at her word. My thoughts as well. I think and hope Jodario will come around. He then turns to Pamitha. I'm Hedvin. We'll accept your offer on 2 conditions if you'll hear me out. Conditions? Why sure, I love a good condition or 2. First, after we're finished here tonight, you come along and make sure that your blood sister and her friends don't give us any trouble when we're headed out. Second, you'll have to find a way to get along with Jodario, whom you met earlier. Brilliant. I had no plans to stick around here anyway. As for your demon friend, no doubt we'll get along famously. Now, I don't suppose you have an extra set of raiments I could use, because I think the rite is getting started. You look up and see that she's right. Pamitha Thane joined you. She has a score to settle.
I thought for sure the stars would have eluded you by now. Yet here you are, somehow, upon the nest of Trieste. And you've swelled the ranks of your triumvirate not merely with another, but with 2. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face. They are the essence. Winged terrors, as you soon shall see. Can your longing for freedom match their hatred for the vibrant country that was once your home?
From a distance, you observe as Pamitha, now clad in Nightwing's raiment, heads toward your adversaries in the rites. You! What sort of heathen harp would dare take wing against us? Your new companion then loosens the bindings on her mask. Hello there, Tamitha. She's one of the winged harps of the High Wing remnants now bound in exile. Pamitha's blood sister stares back at her for a while before responding. What in the saint's name are you doing here with them? 5th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Disciplined or the Blessed Born. The eldest of the harp matriarchs, she anointed the Book of Rites and gave its words their power. Doubtless come to dig your talons into my back again. No, sister, I've come to have a word with you. Save it. I cannot help but share your poisoned blood, but I shan't ever count you as my sister. You expect me to believe that you came all this way for talk? You waste your time as ever. What's life if not a waste of time, dear sister? Give me a chance, why don't you? What do you even have to lose anymore? Besides, I've come a long way. Silence! You shan't have come here. The time for talk is long since past. If only you could see yourself again consorting with my enemies. Fine then, savor their defeat, but I warn you, stay away from me. Pamitha says nothing more as her blood sister turns away again. Pamitha gets your attention. Listen to me, reader darling. The rest of you are ill-equipped to navigate this place. Let me conduct this rite on your behalf, and my wings will bring us victory. Dear lady, your words ring true. This knight is flattered, but you have not eaten him, as is the tendency of one among your kind. This knight hereby volunteers his post in the triumvirate for 3. Sir Gilman refuses to participate in the rites this night so that Pamitha can face her sister. You observe the treacherous terrain. Pamitha should be better suited to the rites here than the rest of you.
Now, let us begin.
Alright. Let's bring in Pamitha. Alright. We will move that over to her. Why, I thought you'd never ask there, darling. I accept. If the little bird is going to conduct the rites for us, then I shall not. Alright. Tizo. Tizo promises to do his best against Tamitha and the Essence. And let's see. How about you? Yeah, Ruki's ahead in XP. Faye doesn't have any extra enlightenment. So, Hedvin seems like the logical choice.
Edwin.
You can count on me, my friend. Now let's get these controls down again. Come then, sister. Perhaps when we have finished here, you'll spare a moment of your time. I shan't be tricked by you again, Pamitha. How poetic that we meet here in the downside. I can think of nowhere else where I would rather see you rot for what you did. To our people and to me. Pamitha seems to sense your presence and then catches your attention. Oh, hello there, reader darling. If I'm to be at your mercy in all this, I'd like it very much if you could minimize how often I'm to wallow in a state of banishment. Quickly, let me show you what we Sisters of the High Wing Remnants can do. Hold W to fly until stamina depleted. Game is frozen. Did it just crash? Did it full-on crash? I think it might have. Yep, there it goes. Full-on crash. Let's try that again, shall we? Now, welcome to video games. Games crashing, whether on computer, consoles, just a thing that's always happened. Happens with board games too, whenever someone flips over the board in anger. Commence the right. I skip the conversation, I sure can't. That's alright, we'll just speed through the dialogue. Your cousin used to do that with Risk. We don't play Risk anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Alright, she seems alright. Tamitha joined. Oh, I can't skip any of this. That's so frustrating. Why would you do that in your game? Make your shit unskippable. Oh wait, did that just skip? Did that skip properly, or was there always a loading screen here? Yeah, there's always a loading screen here. Yep, unskippable. That's a point against you, Pyre. Unskippable cutscenes are a goddamn near unforgivable sin because of shit like this.
Not merely with another, but with two. One from the Pyre heart, no less. And one who seeks the favor of the adversaries whom you'll imminently face.
It doesn't matter how good your cutscenes are or how good you think they are. They should be skippable, period. Because guess what? Even if they're amazing, sometimes games crash. Yada yada yada.
Now we shall get started.
Gelman loses the talisman. Put it on Pamitha. Choose Pamitha. Godario refuses. Tizo goes in. Mostly for the sake of his flight. And Hedvin goes in. Because he's headman. I haven't gotten to use him that much. Tutorial time. Hold W to fly. Alright, it's working this time. Oh, she just goes straight towards my cursor even when I don't click. That's weird.
Unwise. Even for you. Tread lightly around that exiled Pamatha.
Amethy's dash knocks others away. Alright. Her aura is weird too. Oh, she can push her friends away too. Also, instead of a regular projection, she tackles. Interesting. See, darling, we harps, we're not so bad. Now I suppose we'd best get to work, Just don't go underestimating Tamitha over there. I trust you'll do the best you can. To the skies, sisters! Talon formation! Oh, where's my friggin' mouse cursor? Okay. Okay. How am I supposed to block that? Tizo, was it? Tell me something. You know how to fly? Tizo is rather proud of his ability to flutter, as a matter of fact. Then listen up, my blood sister there. She'll swoop right past you if you're careless, but we harps simply cannot get much altitude down here. So if she goes for any unfair tricks, jump for it and catch her in the act. She's always hated when I used to do that to her. Okay, so you can just fall down those crags. Oh, now it's not friggin'... Oh, that's obnoxious.
Another banishment.
Oh, whoops. Oh, shit. I forget how to switch characters. God damn it. Space to switch. Alright. Oh, that's an... I'm about to hit restart right because I don't remember any of the controls.
There goes Tamitha. Home.
Okay. I have no idea... Oh. I thought that my character had gotten fucked. Alright. Got there. Boom! Yeah, I don't usually throw it in, but it seemed worth it that time. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to hit restart right just because I ended up with that huge handicap at the beginning. Might still be able to do it though. Man, they're bad at this, huh? Oh, okay. She just left part of her aura behind.
Tread lightly. Glory to the scribes. The Nightwing shall prevail at this rate. Down goes that one.
Why did my character die there? I had my aura extended and she didn't.
A blow against the adversary.
There we go. One more hit should do it. Damn you, Pamitha! You are not true Thane. A feared clan of the Highwing Remnants, Pamitha and Tamitha are its surviving members. To think that you have the gall to call me sister still after everything you wrought upon us. I hate to break it to you, Tamitha, but I don't think my actions, however much they hurt you, had any effect on our familial status. Look, I know I wronged you. That's why I'm here. You don't know my side of the story. Your side of the story? If I wanted to hear more lies and deceptions, I ought to have asked the Commonwealth to stay my sentence for a while. Well, if you've come all this way to face me, Pamitha, then come and do it. You and me! You think that you see Pamitha shake her head. Everyone, stay back. Prevail over Tamitha.
What is it those two think they're doing? The rights are not the place to settle petty scores.
Easy.
And it is done.
And it is done. I am kind of surprised I pulled that out.
They proved superior to their adversaries.
That's going on my tombstone. Here lies Andrea. She proved superior to her adversaries. You Commonwealth filth! Only through that traitor's help could you have beaten us. You postpone the coming of our liberty, but we are ever patient, and our sisters on the other side have their day, with or without my aid. Tamitha, wait, please. You found good company. God damn it. You found good company there, Pamitha. May you wither here with them. I hope sincerely we shan't ever meet again. Pamitha stands motionless as her blood sister departs. Chizo is trying to let Pamitha know that the others are returning to the wagon. Sure. I don't see why not.
The 8 scribes bless us with their ways.
Hey, level up. I used to think the scribes were just the stuff of stories, but all of this really is their doing, isn't it? Choose a mastery. Alright, we're going to... Hedwyn and his allies instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Oh, that's so good. Both of these are so good. I think we should get this one first, though. Now, let's get this one first. No, let's go with the speed.
Witness the rights firsthand and be inspired.
Chizo leveled up.
Appears to have a certain
Chizo just had a flash of inspiration about his role in the rights and as part of the Nightwings. Safe return. After casting his implode ability, Chizo returns much faster. Oh yeah, I forgot he could implode. That'd actually make it useful. Chizo's implode ability can banish adversaries in a much wider area. Well, it's already pretty big. Much wider must be crazy. But let's go with the return quickly. And she did not even level up. Jeez.
until the stars align.
After vanquishing the Essence, a triumvirate of winged harps harboring a deep hatred for the Commonwealth, led by the harp Tamitha Thane, in the right, you and the others return to your wagon to consider your next move and how best to integrate Pamitha into the group. Don't worry, I won't be staying any longer than it takes. I like my air fresh so I can sleep on the roof. She likes her air fresh, just like her metal. I trust the rights will cause my path and Tamitha's to cross again before too long. You're welcome with us for now, Pamitha. She is an outcast of the winged high-wing remnants, the Commonwealth's hated enemies. Trust is what got us here. Isn't that right, Ruki? But Ruki does not seem to hear the question. He's been rather quiet since first encountering your new guest. Yeah, I was noticing that. Ruki usually speaks up about everything. Pamitha shoots him one of her smiles. He stammers something about having to check the wagon wheels again. He runs off. During this discussion, the minstrel pulls you aside. Reader, I ask a moment of your time outside. I think someone's got a crush. There's somewhere I may ask we go here in Black Basin, Reader. By your leave, of course, and provided the stars allow it. Would you look upon them for us, please? Oh, very obvious. Lou, the vernal star. The vernal star burns bright over the densest woods in Black Basin. Densest woods in the Black Basin. Ooh, more pink trees. The glade of Lou, directly due west. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The great sap scholar Lou Sklorian, ere vanished the root titan limbless Arazek. Then it is just as my client indicated. This client of yours, our informant, Sandalwood. He entrusted us with his wagon. This quest, why? What does he want from us? You may ask him yourself. He awaits us somewhere in the waking wood due west. How do we find him? He shall find us. Seems you're soon to finally meet Sandalwood. At dawn, you shall have to cross a single narrow path leading west where he supposedly awaits. How's everyone enjoying the story so far? Pamitha's moonshine. Nice. Kept close at hand in one of the in the off chance of a good occasion or a very, very bad one. You approach Pamitha, who has kept to herself since she joined your small band. You sense she's unaware of you as she preens her flight feathers, but then she speaks up before you can do the same. Come to check up on me, reader darling. In those first moments when we met, that vote of confidence in me, which you relayed to that nice Hedvin boy, I'm grateful you were willing to see past the wings. One of your kind's ancient enemies just happens to insert herself into your group and you just go with it. However, I assure you that my motives here are plain. You'll see. I have business with my blood sister Tamitha and nothing more. You briefly met, I think. She's quite a catch. As to the little quibble between us, well, it's a long story, all in all. One that's frankly no one's business but hers and mine. Surely we'll run into her again. Maybe not soon, but in time. And we have the rest of our long lives to wait. Anyway, happy to aid in your quest until such a time, especially to the extent that it aids me in mine. A simple exchange. Until then, stay vigilant, darling. You needn't concern yourself with making small talks with someone like me. And besides, we harps have a saying, liars abound. She swoops away before you can respond. Quiet night for y'all, huh? Well, I'm gonna pet the imps regardless. Alright, we've done everything we need to here. Ruki's definitely got to go into the next one. These two as well. Well, him, anyway. Oh look, unknown areas. A precarious path leading toward the woods. The lone minstrel cautions that the one path down the cliffs is rather treacherous. I'm enjoying both my popcorn and this sports anime. I'm glad for that. The wagon has hit a snag, descending the black crags. Its wheel is stuck. Jodariel is not pleased. Burst that blasted little bird, now this! Though you lack Jodariel's raw strength, you join in as she attempts to dislodge the wagon. At last, with a roar and a heave, she forces the wagon back onto solid ground. May this sandalwood be worth all the hassle. Thank you, Jody. I'm guessing Sandalwood doesn't like to be kept waiting. He is very patient, on the contrary. Not I. Let us move on. Soon the wagon is prepared to press onward, down the jagged slopes towards Wakingwood. Your companions who explored ahead advise on which of the forked paths is best. Alright. Pamitha says she can procure a talisman in the Glass Peak. Sir Gilman claims he can dig up something valuable in Flamberg. So let's go to the chat for this one. What do y'all think? A talisman at the Glass Peak? Or a something valuable in Flamberg, which I guess is just another saleable thing. Either way, it might go towards one of those good talismans at the shop. I'm worried that going towards Glass Peak might piss off Jodario. Alright, well that's 2 votes for Glass Peak anyway, so... Unless someone else wants to speak up, that's the way we're going. Alright. Glass Peak it is. Having gone the route Pamitha recommended, she directs you towards a particular crag no more conspicuous than any other. They clip our wings before they cast us down, you know. But just the same, we learn to flit around a bit. Just watch. Pamitha swoops up a nearby peak and disappears behind it. She does not keep you waiting long and returns bearing an item of some sort. For you, reader darling, we high-wing remnants stash away such things for such occasions. Pamitha found a fairy spirit. After the bearer banishes an adversary, spawn a moondrop which briefly grants infinite stamina. Alright, so it drops... You can only do it every 10 seconds. It can't be upgraded. But that's pretty okay. I haven't had a problem with running out of stamina, though. It could certainly be useful in a pinch. Having passed beyond the Black Crags, your wagon arrives at the edge of Wakingwood. It's here that Sandalwood is to be expecting you. However, most puzzling, he ought to have met us here. You said he would find us himself. Aye, he was to find us at the edge of these woods. We're supposed to keep waiting for him. He would desire for the stars to be your guide as always. The rites beckon, and the rites take precedence above all else. Surely he shall find us yet. Let's keep moving. How do we get through these woods? The lone minstrel notes 2 possible paths forward from the point, though cautions that the woods are difficult to navigate and Sandalwood would have known the most expedient path. Alright, Needlefield. The lone minstrel says his client studied the rites here, a small clearing east of the Glade of Lugh. Or Greymoor. The lone minstrel says his client Sandalwood once resided here. Contains the grandest trees in all of Wakingwood. So, grand trees or small clearing. Either large and wooden or small and airy. Which way are we going, y'all? Haven't steered me wrong yet, chat. That Twitch delay, though, makes sitting here kind of awkward. Think we find Sandalwood in the woods? You'd certainly think so, but we could get lost, too. That's 1 vote for the Greymoor. And I'll wait a few more seconds. Alright, Greymoor it is. Sandalwood has led a long life compared with any of you, at least. In the latest years of his exile, he became rather reclusive for a variety of reasons he shall no doubt explain. He found some solace here in these woods, though I fear I cannot locate his residence without him. Unfortunately, you find no trace of Sandalwood, and without him there to guide you, you remain quite lost. The woods seem to have encroached. There's no path forward, while neither of the paths leading backward appear to match the route you took to this point. Oh shit, it's the Whispering Woods. It's the Whispering Woods from She-Ra. Alright. The Imp Tizo seems to wish to go towards the Under Thicket. And Faye seems drawn to the Burnt Grove. Alright. Anyone got a preference? Burnt Grove or Under Thicket? I'd want to do Faye's thing. Alright. It is always interesting to see why she's drawn towards certain things. The woods are so disorienting at this point that you decide to break for camp and survey the surroundings for any clues. Perhaps later there shall be time to pursue your vocations. The Beyonder Crystal seeks Jodariel. Alright. Greetings to you, lovely reader. I'm at your disposal. Let me ask you something, lovely reader. Have you any idea of how long I've been imprisoned here? Maybe guessing at an absurd number may do something to raise Sandra's spirits a bit. You guess that Sandra could have been in her current state of exile since well before the dawn of the current age. At first, she shows no indication that she even heard you. Close. Soon enough, I'll be getting there. I've been imprisoned thus for 837 years. According to my count, at least. It's possible I've lost track, although, given my state, I can assure you I've had ample time to verify my arithmetic. She goes silent for a time. Let me give you some advice. If you decide to kill the Emperor, make sure you achieve what you set out to do. I expected my own death regardless of the outcome of my task. I was not expecting this. Certainly not to be telling you about it 837 years later. Or however long it's been. Although enough of that for now, let's get back to business. I'm always prepared to cut your idiots and their egos down to size. Who shall it be? You ask Sandra to administer one of her special rites for Jodariel. She is an apparition from the age of Emperor Solium Mur, who pursued him in his exile. That surly demon, is it? She could stand to lighten up, though I fear this is not a secret I can teach. But let us bring her forth regardless. Soon Jodariel appears in heat of the summons. What is the meaning of this, reader? Well, time for Jody's trial. Demons such as Jodariel are slow to move, yada yada, huge auras, heavy damage. What is the meaning of... Reader, where are the others? The apparition Sandra appears and loosens her mask. Welcome my humble home, demon. You're good at taking orders, no? State your purpose quickly, Wraith. My purpose is to put you to the test. And to train you is my cause. You may be fearsome to behold, but you're old and slow. Your weakness perhaps outweigh your strengths. Though I sorely wish to see you and your lovely reader prove me wrong. Old, she says. Very well then, reader. Let us show her whether she is right. Enduring Flame plus 35. That is nasty. Oh, shit. God damn it. Aw, that sucked. Oh, that respawn needs a fucking anything to say it's about to happen. Oh, this is actually pretty rough. Alright. Bloody hell. She's so slow on her own. This is actually really rough. Okay. That worked last time. Can I just hit restart right? Ah, I'm bad at this one. Oh, motherfucker. There. Jerk ass. Okay. There. Fuck y'all. I do not understand how it decides who that affects when I'm jumping. Ugh. Like, at all. God damn it. Mmm. Getting frustrated with this one. What the hell? I was not even holding the damn thing. I'm just gonna hit restart. I don't understand how this one's working, but it seems to be working poorly for me. She just threw it into me, and then I just happened to be in someone else's thing as they respawned. I don't know why it made me pick it up automatically, and I don't like it. I didn't even know you could throw that at another person. Oh, come on. That's alright. We're gonna keep trying. It just occurred to me that I can actually see how long until they respawn in the corner, so that's on me. Oh, nice. Oh, not so nice. Oh, I wish I could just click on that and speed it up. Alright. This is the first time this game's frustrated me, I'll tell you that. Having only a single character makes this really fucking difficult. Especially when the character is as slow as this. Like, Ruki's was easy. Oh, what the hell? That's cute. Ah, she didn't look like she was anywhere near the damn net. Oh my god. I keep hitting the wrong buttons too, which is 100% on me. Let's try again. I don't like playing her on her own. There's got to be something to it that I'm not getting. Oh, come on! It just seems to pick at random who gets affected by that one. Oh, whoops. That's on me. That's totally on... That's not. I have no idea what happened with that one. And that one just failed to affect her. I don't know, there may be something I'm not seeing here, but it seems ridiculous. There we go. That's basically what I gotta do, is just kill all of them and then dash all the way in. Oh my god. Sometimes they're affected by my aura when I spawn in, and sometimes they're not. Hey, B, glad you could make it. I'm getting frustrated. That's not something you usually see on my streams. Now, see, that time it worked. Talk about something feeling inconsistent. There we go. Gotta abuse that dash. Thank you for the boost, B. There. Fuck it. Alright, now that I realized that you can use the dash even if you have like 1 stamina, that was much, much easier. I thought I had to let the whole bar refill. So that's 100% on me not understanding the mechanic. How'd you figure out it was you boosting my toot? I mean, it shows your name and your icon. Are you satisfied now, Wraith? I'm never satisfied, Demon. However, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. Thus, congratulations are in order to you and to your lovely reader. Now, farewell. Alright, so now I should get a new talisman that should be good for Jodariel. Which means I'm giving up the, having her with the, Yeah, now that I know it, that's actually super helpful. that now I know I can dash even if I have almost no stamina. But now I should get a new talisman. That was a strange experience. What do you have there, reader? You received Soliam's Horn. Dodariel casts her aura farther and faster. Oh! Oh, that's real good. That is one of the things she's really missing. I saw through their invisible spell, huh? Alright, let's continue on. He was here, he was here! You mean Sandalwood. If I may ask, how can you be so certain? I think from this. It says something, I don't know what it says, but I feel like it has to mean something. Excuse me, one sec. Ah, my nose is stuffier than usual. Faye produces a small strip of bark she found in the ashes. At first it seems like nothing of interest until you see a message carved into the side. You found a bark strip. Thank you, Faye. It is worth 10 gold at the slug market. So it's some kind of message from this Sandalwood guy. It seems that way. Which way to Cinderroot? A hushed clearing south of the Glade of Lou. It's due west. Perhaps we can set forth early tomorrow when the woods are still. Sounds good. Everyone rest up. Big day coming up. Damn right I'm invisible. I've mastered the art of passing out in weird places and accidentally hiding. That sounds dangerous, B. Cinderroot is a great name for literally anything. I agree. Alright, so once again... Okay, we can actually mentor one of our lower level people, because we've got 2 people who are a low level. Or, we can forage for resources. What do y'all think? So your name is B. Danger Cinderroot, eh? I'm assuming that's your last name. Going with mentor. Alright, 1 vote mentor. Keep the dander up. Alright, anyone else have any other thoughts? Obviously, either option would be real good right now. Be dangerouscinderroot.iso. There you go. Vote for Cinder. Well, we're going to Cinderroot regardless. Alright. Mentor a companion going once. Mentor a companion going twice. Sold to the lady with the popcorn. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path towards enlightenment is personal, you'll have to mentor them one at a time. Alright. Sir Gilman is at the lowest, so we're going to mentor Sir Gilman! This knight shall be your eager protege! You illustrate to Sir Gilman some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all 3 in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. Excellent! Sir Gilman is now level 2. Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness! Is Sir Gilman a snack with a giant eye? He's a worm with a giant eye. He looks a lot like Squazo from Monster Rancher. See, that's how you call Lisa back, is do the Sir Gilman voice. Alright, what are his 2 trees? We've got... Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished. He shall instantly... Oh, that's real good! After Sir Gilman banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly... Oh, that's really good! That's even better! Alright, what are the ultimates then? For 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 damage? Jesus Christ! Or, after using his slash, Sir Gilman instantly recovers all his stamina. Oh, those are both really great. We're going to have to look at the middle ones. Stepped away to get food and your headset died. Oh, I'm sorry. After using his slash, Sir Gilman can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Ooh. That's... wow. Sir Gilman slash banishes adversaries in a while. Okay, I'm thinking this tree right now. Once per round, when saluting his adversary, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. Does that mean mine too? It says all. What's the point? I guess it means all but him? I don't know how useful that is. While Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than you. Yeah, we're definitely going with Avenging Aid rather than Depths of the Sea Sojourner. It just barely beats it out. Alright, Avenging Aid. Wow! This knight has never before understood the value of the written word! Well, now you know. And knowing, as they say, is half the battle. Tactics of the Underking is what it's called. So now, every time he banishes someone, if we have someone dead, they come back. That's real fucking good. What's the other half of the battle? Mostly banishing your opponents and throwing your ball into the fire. Teach a worm to read month. Teach a worm to read and he'll be literate for a day. Wait, that's not right. Alright, we're heading to Cinderroot, a hushhead clearing south of the Glade of Lugh. I'm pretty fond of banishing myself. Not banishing myself, you know what I mean. You arrive on the outskirts of Cinderroot, but once again the informant Sandalwood is nowhere to be found. You sense the hopes of your companions waning as you search through the area yields nothing. Then, something startles the little imp Tizo. Tizo seems to be crying out in surprise. He's spotted something, or someone. A tall figure strides forward from the trees, making a sound like laughter. The imp charges towards him and leaps right into the figure's arms. They embrace. Aww. Hail, Tizo, but you look famished. Here. The tall... oh wow, that one hurts. I might not be able to do that one. The tall sap produces something that the imp swallows immediately and with great pleasure. Tree-like creatures known for their ingenuity, cleverness, and ambition. Having allied with them, the Commonwealth achieved in decades what it could not achieve in centuries before. Isn't sandalwood a type of wood? It is, and a really good smelling one, too. The lone minstrel nods his head in affirmation. Everyone, I wish to introduce you to my client, Wulfred Sandalwood. He's the lone minstrel's client, Hedvin's informant, and the leader of the Nightwings. It has been too long, Wulfred, sir. Too long indeed, Tariq. I trust your new companions bring some color to your days. That is incredibly painful. I'm going to have to figure out a different way to do that. God damn. They do, sir. I think you shall find them worthy of the Nightwings. The sap looks upon the lot of you. You cannot sense his thoughts. Is it used to make sandals? I'm sure it has been at some point. That would be a good reason for its name. We shall see. Then he turns to you. You must be the reader. I'm certain we all appreciate your efforts here, my girl. We shall manage on our own from here on out. Well, that's rude. Also, I did find an easier way to do the voice. Just bring it slightly higher and it's not painful. You're welcome to continue on with us, of course, though you're free to go. I trust you've been adequately compensated for your time. Thank you as well for looking after all my books. You consider what to say to all of this. Walfred intends to relieve you of your duties. Insist on staying. You've been assured your freedom. You categorically refuse to be cast aside so easily. Bid everyone farewell. The leader of the Nightwings has returned. You can tell when you're no longer wanted, or remain silent. This cannot be happening. To have come this far only to be brushed aside by some strange sap. I mean, obviously I gotta see this through to its end. You stand your ground, meeting Volfred's steady gaze, and assert to him that you do not feel your commitments to and from this group have yet been satisfied. Hold on. Volfred, sir, I'm Hedvin. My companions and I are the ones who answered your call. We followed the signs you left for us. Now we're here, thanks to you, but also to this reader. Not just a reader, she's our friend. My friend. I never bothered to ask her name, but she's my friend. She's not disposable. We made her a promise, and our freedoms are now intertwined. Volfred smirks at this. Freedom's not something to be traded or exchanged, my boy. I'd hoped that you'd have come to grasp this much by now. He breathes a sigh. It seems we've started off on the wrong foot. It's not my wish to sour the occasion, for there's much to do. This is heating up. I mean, we just left the magma area, so I think it's cooling down, technically. You have a right you need to get to, do you not? I'll come along, though I shall not interfere, for it seems you have a kinship with this reader of yours. Now then, Tariq? Aye, Volfred, sir. Come, let's have a chat. Of course, sir. Volfred strides toward the black wagon, which must have belonged to him. You sense many conflicting emotions among your companions. Your mum is cooling down, technically. I guess? Volfred Sandalwood joined you. He knows much of the rites. Your wagon cuts through a clearing to arrive at the Glade of Lu, where the stars directed you. Volfred nods his approval, but leaves everyone to their devices. New page revealed. The Demon. Emperor Myrrh. Scarcely would I recognize him when at last I found him. A half-starved animal, horns sprouted from his head, a bestial mirror of his blackened reputation. And I, a man who conquered countries, feared my emperor then in such a way as I had never known. My charge had been to slay this man, but when I discovered him, he was already fighting for his life. The little imp Hob, I've been saying Ha'ub, but they pronounce it Hob, which is kind of different from the way they pronounce everything. Doesn't matter. Proved of little help against the Sisters of the Arch, whose entire lives were culminating in this instant. I was unable to watch. My heart ached with such pity for the man, for the love I felt for him when I'd served him. I sprang to his defense. And I'm sure that went very well for you. Pat the imps. Pat, 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 pat. Pat the imps. As you approach Wolfred Sandalwood, you feel very much aware that you reside within his black wagon rather than he in yours. He studies you in silence for a time, and then... Tariq, if you have a moment. Thought it would be pronounced Haub. Yeah, I thought Haub because of how they've been pronouncing other things with apostrophes in them, but the voice said Hob. Aye, Volfred, sir, what is it? This reader, you deem her worthy by your estimation? The lone minstrel tilts his hat in your direction, and tips their hat. If you wish my own estimation, Volfred, sir, then I do. Sorry, that was the wrong voice. Of course, it's not entirely for me to say, but I have seen this reader integrating with the others well. I believe that her achievements are self-evident in having reached Black Basin. I wonder if that dialogue changes if you manage to lose every right. Your instructions were deliberately... God damn it, I did it again. Your instructions were deliberately difficult to follow, yet she and the others followed them. Indeed, your words make sense as ever, Tariq. And what does little Tizo think of her, I wonder? Tizo indicates that, as a matter of fact, he is happy to have you around. Aww. Pat the imp. Pat the imp. There you have it, sir. I see. He continues to examine you. High praise isn't oft spoken by those two, my girl. Nonetheless, I shall be watching you. Now pardon us. Tariq and I have matters to discuss. They leave without another word, although you think you notice the lone minstrel look your way over his shoulder. Because the narration can never just call him fucking Tariq. Oh, hey! You guys! You know, I guess I didn't get the word out about this new franchise that we open up just right now, so I'll give you a great deal. Just tell your friends, okay? Oh, and hey there, Mr. Sandalwood. Good day to you as well, Ron. Wow, he knows. Alright, I guess we're selling the bark strip. And we've got a dash of stardust. Let's look at what else is there. If there's something for 180 that's really good. Once per right, if the bearer's pyre is extinguished, it is instead restored by 5 points. Jesus. There's some good totems here. Any adversary banished by this bearer takes longer to return. See, that's a real good one, and we can just afford it. Righteous Flame. After dousing the adversary's pyre, the bearer's pyre is restored by up to 5. For a second, I was convinced Falconron's frontward eyes and nose were fakes, and he was looking through the stock eyes. That'd be something, huh? Thornedge Knot. Scribe Rock. Faithstone, Lunar Glass. Can't afford the Lunar Glass still. Super good, though. Ashen Coal. If there's anything that I want to buy here, it's definitely the Sunken Shadow. Yeah, let's get it. Now, who gets to wear it is the question. Someone who's going to take part in this rite. Not Rookie. He's already got his good talisman. Alright, how about Sir Gilman? She's not taking part because she doesn't have the extra experience bonus thing. We want to get as much XP out of all this as possible. Alright, and Sir Gilman it is. Hopefully he's allowed to participate in this one. We could sell the Fairy Spirit so that we could afford the dashes. Nah, we're not going to do that right now. Must be a lucky day here, or I don't know what, Dad. Min-maxing. Yeah, you know, I learned it from, well, Alice mostly. She's really good at that shit. You and your fellow exiles arrived at the sacred site called Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility you have not felt in some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles toward you and regards you with an exaggerated bow. Oh, I like that voice. Let's see if I can do that. Well, goodness, by the roots of Luce Glorian! It would appear the rumors are correct! The Nightwings have returned! Third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Wise or the Philosopher. He's said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment! It's Garfield the Deals Warlock! Oh, God. The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers. Aha! Much better! That is exactly what I wanted him to look like. H. Manly Tinderstaff, at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me? He really is Garfield the Deal's warlock. He is a sycophant who seems certain he'll land a position of high standing once he's free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity, a triumvirate bent on exploiting the rights to gain status in the Commonwealth. Led by the sap H. Manly Tinderstaff. These fucking maladying bastards. He definitely seems like a piece of shit. We soon shall stand against you in the rights. For now, I'm just whiling away the time, making small talk. Now then, as I've introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking? Then, in your mind's eye, you see Volfred and hear his voice. Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well? Beneath her mask, Jodariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Volfred's message may have reached every member of the group. Why now? How very rude indeed! Well, fine, ignore me, but you do so at your own peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences any moment now, I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and now I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have to chat again some other time. Now come along, come along! Manley bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn. Kill him, Jody. Fucking right. Exiles may choose from different masteries each time they rise in rank. A certain item lets you repick if you want. Well, that's good. I don't think I'll need to, though.
Before you, reader. And here now at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity.
With great freedom comes great opportunity.
Instead, please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
Alright, I'm gonna hit BRB real quick, stretch my legs. I suggest you do the same, but don't go anywhere because we will be right the F back.